In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free, honorable alike in what we give, and what we preserve. We shall nobly save, or meanly lose, the last best hope of earth. I will study and prepare myself, and some day my chance will come. A house divided cannot stand. He can compress the most words into the smallest ideas of any man I ever met. I am slow to learn and slow to forget that which I have learned. My mind is like a piece of steel, very hard to scratch anything on it and almost impossible after you get it there to rub it out. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. I was a little cross. I ask pardon. If I do get up a little temper, I have no sufficient time to keep it up. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Believing everyone is dangerous, but believing nobody is more dangerous. Let every American, every lover of liberty, every well-wisher to his posterity, swear by the blood of the Revolution, never to violate in the least particular, the laws of the country, and never to tolerate their violation by others. If I am killed, I can die but once, but to live in constant dread of it, is to die over and over again. To sin by silence when they should protest makes cowards of men. A farce or comedy is best played, a tragedy is best read at home. Here is Abraham Lincoln's touching condolence letter to 22-year-old Fanny McCulloch, the daughter of a longtime friend. Dear Fanny, it is with deep grief that I learn of the death of your kind and brave father, and, especially, that it is affecting your young heart beyond what is common in such cases. In this sad world of ours, sorrow comes to all, and, to the young, it comes with bitterest agony, because it takes them unawares. The older have learned to never expect it. I am anxious to afford some alleviation of your present distress. Perfect relief is not possible, except with time. You cannot now realize that you will ever feel better. Is not this so? And yet it is a mistake. You are sure to be happy again. To know this, which is certainly true, will make you some less miserable now. I have had experience enough to know what I say, and you need only to believe it, to feel better at once. The memory of your dear father, instead of an agony, will yet be a sad sweet feeling in your heart, of a purer and holier sort than you have known before. Please present my kind regards to your afflicted mother. Your sincere friend, A. Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was asked by an aide about the church service he had attended. Lincoln responded that the minister was inspired, interesting, well-prepared, eloquent, and the topic relevant. The aide said, "Then it was a good service?" Lincoln responded, "No." The aide protested, "But, Mr. President, you said that the minister was inspired, interesting, well-prepared, eloquent, and that the topic was irrelevant." "Yes," replied Lincoln, "but he didn't challenge us to do any great thing. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. We have been the recipients of the choicest bounties of heaven, we have been preserved these many years in peace and prosperity, we have grown in numbers, wealth, and power, but we have forgotten God. We have forgotten the gracious hand which preserved us in peace and multiplied and enriched and strengthened us, and we have vainly imagined, in the deceitfulness of our hearts, that all these blessings were produced by some superior wisdom and virtue of our own. Intoxicated with unbroken success, we have become too self-sufficient to feel the necessity of redeeming and preserving grace, too proud to pray to the God that made us. A national day of fasting, humiliation, and prayer. Proclamation March 30, 1863. What kills a skunk is a publicity it gives itself. What is conservatism? Is it not the adherence to the old and tried against the new and untried? The loss of enemies does not compensate for the loss of friends.